What do you say, gang? Welcome. 4th of July, 2017. Amok Alex here, man. On the roll for you guys. Sitting in FETTESRADIO's studio. In English, FATRADIO. Glad to have you all on board, and welcome to a new rock radio era. Possibly going to write history. A lot of you are probably asking yourself, how did you come about the idea of getting FETTESRADIO together, and what's the deal behind it? Well, I've been living in Germany now for 32 years, and 18 of those years I've been doing radio. 18 years ago, there was a radio revolution here in Germany that started in 2001. The name of the radio station was Project 89.0 Digital. And Project 89.0 Digital became a cult radio station in Germany because we were playing the alternative type of music, and we were different than everybody else. We weren't that commercial stuff that everybody's used to. And I had the great opportunity of being the morning show moderator at this radio station, and that was made possible from the team from Antenne Niedersachsen. It was made possible from, unfortunately no longer under us, Rudiger Kricklau and Sebastian Fitzek, who has a long history of radio here in Germany, also as a program director, I believe it was, and he was on the board of directors, I guess you would say, call it, with Arno in the morning show in Berlin for the RTL radio station 104.6. He's now considered Germany's best psycho-thriller author. His books have been filmed. They are also available in 23 languages when we're talking about connecting the world, but we'll get to that in a second. Books like The Therapy, The Soul Breaker, The Child, or Splitter, all available also in the English language, and also possibly in the language that you speak in your country. Sebastian Fitzek was one of the persons that brought me to radio. So this is FETTESRADIO is also a memorial and a thank you to the people that gave me the opportunity to come to radio. So basically what it is that it's Project 89.0 Digital, the aftermath, Project Reloaded, put together in one pot, and I stirred the shit out of it, and as a result we've got FETTESRADIO. For the beginning, you will be getting music from all over the world in the genre of rock music. It's going to bring back a lot of memories from high school days. For many, it's going to be new music that they didn't have the opportunity to get on their radio stations in their countries. You'll be hearing music from all over the world, from Israel, from Turkey, from Russia, from Thailand, from Australia, from South America, you name it. If it moves me, I know it's going to move you. It's almost like being the chef in a kitchen. If it tastes good to you, 99.9% of the time it'll taste good for everybody else. And I think that the almost 50 years of music knowledge that I've received from my dad and being on the road as a musician in the 70s, beginning of the 80s, in New York and all over the place, I think I have a pretty good ear for that. Our homepages, FETTESRADIO.de is in the German language. FETTESRADIO.com is in the English language. It's basically nothing more than a mirror of what's in the German language, so everybody will be up to date. Our team at FATRADIO, FETTESRADIO, is in the process of trying to get FATRadio.com as a domain also, so that this way we could link that. For the people that speak English, maybe it'll be a lot easier to remember FATRadio as opposed to FETTESRADIO. What's happening with FATRadio is that we are a non-profit. We're in the process of forming us as a non-profit development organization. FATRadio is basically supported through donations, crowdfunding, in difference to what's happening in a lot of the alternative radio scene at the moment, is everybody's out there begging everybody for money and playing with people's emotions to get greenbacks out of their pocket. That's not what our objective is. In order to be a non-profit development organization, we need to do something. Just to give you folks an example of where we're trying to head, and we need your help, and that's why this is your radio station, is 8 people that love what they do with all their heart, in 1 month's time, put together FATRadio for you. It's all for free. I work these absurd hours, whether it be behind a barbecue grill making bratwurst, or whatever the case may be. The motivation behind it is the financial pay that I get is all invested in this for you, because after the support and following the support that I've had from my fans, people that like what I'm doing in radio, supported me, it's the time for me to give you something back. And FETTESRADIO, FATRadio, is what I'm giving to you guys. You will find pins and help posts, because everybody's bitching and talking about what the government, how they're fucking us over, and if the world is flat or if it's round, and psyops and all these things, and you know, who's telling fake news, who's telling the truth, and I just can't hear that anymore. And if everybody would just finally get their fucking heads out of their asses and put together their thoughts to produce something. And that's exactly the point that I'm getting to. 8 people from their deep down inside of their hearts that love what they do put FATRadio together for you guys. Now, just imagine if we took 10, 20, 50, 100, 1,000, 2,000 people that love what they do and believe in what they do, you don't get 100% production, you get 1,000% production with the finest results that you can ever imagine. And that's what the idea of FATRADIO is, FETTESRADIO, is a portal to be a portal for everybody worldwide, talking to them in a language that everybody understands, and that starts with music. And that's the whole idea about it. FATRADIO is looking for people that have tips. Maybe you know a biological farmer in your area. It doesn't matter where it is in the world. And you want to share it with people. Recommend it. Because you're interested that everybody also has a healthy living standard, especially on what they consume. Maybe you know of a great farmer's market that you'd like to share with everybody. That's what the groups are all about. Maybe you know somebody that supplies natural vitamin supplements that you'd like to share with somebody. Or maybe you have an experience. Maybe you're a company, a small business, that has come shorthanded on people that can help them take care of some business. And you're looking for somebody. Well, you have the option to post that on FETTESRADIO.com or FATRADIO.com in the future, to let people know about that. And maybe we can find somebody, or maybe somebody's interested in helping you out, wherever you may be. Maybe you're a student that's somewhere on the road in the world, and you're looking for a part-time job so you can make a couple of bucks so you can spend, that you can pay for your overnight in a hostel or wherever it may be. Anything's possible. That's what we're looking for. I myself studied electronics. I have a degree in electronics, master's degree. I've also taken all the possible radio seminars that you can imagine. Cost thousands of dollars. With Dan O'Day, I've worked with people like Rick Delisle, Dennis King. I know many people out of the radio scene, and we want to give you guys seminars. The FATRADIO team, wonderful people, absolutely geniuses in their work. Graphic designers, IT specialists, IT troubleshooters, transmission wagon or transmission truck, technology, website designers, promo videos, Photoshop specialists, you name it, we got it. Located in Vienna, located in Bavaria, located by Leipzig, located all over the place. The more the merrier. We're not giving you these seminars and telling you what you have to pay for it. We're giving you these seminars because we want to give you some knowledge to take with you. And we know times are rough. So if you can't afford to make a donation, hey, that's okay. If you're one of the fortunate ones that says, hey, you know something, I learned something, and I'd like to make a donation to the person that's giving the seminar, go for it. That's your option, and it should be your option. You're the one to decide, not us. The same thing goes for our cooking courses. One of my buddies, Georg Heinrich, a star cook, does Ayurveda cooking courses, raw cost, what Mother Earth gives to us. Some of the seminars naturally require a surface a ground investment. For example, the last cooking course that Georg did, it cost everybody €12, $12. And the rest was on a donation basis. Yeah, I speak several languages. And you want to talk about connecting the world? Well, we're going to be talking to people, and we're going to continue doing our talk shows, and we're going to talk about everything without judgment or sitting there and saying, well, he's wrong and fake news and stuff. Fuck that bullshit. We'll talk about it. Why not? You want to talk about free spirit? You want to talk about connecting the world? Well, students that study languages, language correspondence students, get in touch with us at info@FETTESRADIO.com. You want to practice your language? You want to get better at your language? Help us translate interviews. There's a possibility that you will be rewarded for it, because we'll put it up on our website where it costs 99 cents for a download for the people that want to hear the interview in their language. And that goes into a pot that will be divided amongst the team that did the translations. We got to get away from this ego and materialistic bullshit, because this is what we've been talking about all the past times that I've been doing radio, and about being real. And this is where it's going to get real, at FETTESRADIO.com, FETTESRADIO.de. You're going to be hearing jingles and drops and stuff like that from Project 89.0 Digital. It's all the same thing. Project Reloaded. It's all the same thing. It all boils down to FETTES Radio. Naturally, in the future, we'll also change them to all different languages. We're going to be doing radio drops in all different languages so that we can bring the world together. DJs. For example, I have a DJ that already said that he would do a show in Moscow, from Moscow, Russia. He's the front man from the band Grenor, a heavy metal band from St. Petersburg. And he wants to do a radio show for you guys. There's talks with people like Craig Vickers in Toronto, Canada. 20 years a musician, 20 years a radio jock, and also a guitarist. I'm talking to my ex-bass player from the band Surgery in New York, Roman. It's possible that he might do a show from New York. I've been talking to the guitar player from Silly Fools in Thailand, Bangkok. Through my music business, I've met people all over the world, and musicians speak from the heart. We talk in a language to everybody that they all understand, which is music, and it moves your soul. And the cool thing about it is that we're opposing the mass media, because here are people that are living in the States, and we can find out from them what their site is on the things that are going on in their country or in their city and what have you not. And we can share that information amongst us. So you want to talk about getting the world together, then let's do it. Let's get our fucking asses out of our heads out of our asses, and let's start exchanging information instead of fighting each other. And the place to do it is FETTESRADIO.com in English and FETTESRADIO.de in German to start. And we begin in the language that everybody understands, and that's the music. So welcome on board on this Independence Day, 4th of July, 2017, to a new rock radio era, FETTES Radio. Welcome on board. The FETTES Radio team is looking forward to helping you find your way through our websites. And if there's any questions, this radio station belongs to you. And as a matter of fact, to show you how far that we want to take this, is that in our player, you have the possibility to give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the music that you get. And that helps me directly see the kind of music. So that's why you also have a choice on the music. So let's get our heads together and let's start making a movement, make something happen. And let's get the world together. FETTESRADIO.com, FETTESRADIO.de. Looking forward to greeting you there. Amok Alex saying over and out, and welcome on board. Peace.